Hi Year 6, it's Mrs Withers here with Wednesday's maths lesson, and this is actually our penultimate maths lesson of home learning. So that means it's our second to last maths lesson because tomorrow is World Book Day and we're going to be doing some World Book Day activities, and then Friday you will have your very last maths lesson of home learning before being back together next week. Okay, so for the final time at home then, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and have a go at the 6 questions before we go into the main part of our lesson. Okie doke, so question 1 was a short division. I expect you would have used the bus stop method to find the answer, and we were looking for 1,739. Question 2, 1.5 times 420. Well, we need to know what 1 lot of 420 is, and 1 lot of 420 is 420. And we want to know what half of 420 is, which is 210. And then we want to add those two numbers together. And so the answer that we were looking for was 630. Question 3, 0.5 times 88. That 0.5 means half, so half of 88 is 44. Okay, question 4 was a tricky one today. We are adding mixed numbers. Remember, the key is to find the common denominator. So we are going to make our denominators 12 this time round. So I'm going to write that mixed number out again. So 3 whole ones, that doesn't change. But the fraction, I want to make the denominator 12. So I ask myself, what do I times the 4 by to get 12? I've times it by 3, so I have to do the same on the top. So I end up with 3 whole ones and 3 twelfths. And then I want to take away 1 whole one, and again I ask myself, what do I times the 3 by to get that 12? This time I'm timesing it by 4. So I have to do the same on the top, times it by 4, which gives me 1 whole 1 and 8 twelfths. Right, now I'm going to try and take them away. 3 take away 1 gives me 2, and then I want 3 twelfths, take away 8 twelfths, and hang on a minute, if I've got 3 of something I can't take away 8 of something, I can't do it. So today is going to be one of those ones where I have to convert each fraction, each mixed number into an improper fraction before I can solve this. So remember, to do that I need to do 3 times 12 and then add the 3. So 3 times 12 is 36, add 3 gives me 39 twelfths. And then I'm taking away 1 times 12 and add my 8 is 20 twelfths. So 39 twelfths, take away 20 twelfths is 19 twelfths for my answer. Okay, really tricky question, but a massive well done if you did manage to get the answer for that one. Question 5 was a subtraction, straightforward column subtraction so long as you lined up your decimal places. The answer we were looking for that one was 44.98. Okay. Question 6, 21% of 630. First of all, you need to find 1%. So 630 divided by 100 gives us 1%, which is 6.3. And then you need to do 6.3 times by 21. So 6.3 times by 21 gave you 132.3. You had to have your decimal point in there to get the correct answer and to get the mark. Stretch questions. Question number 1, the answer we were looking for was 672,438. And question 2, the answer we were looking for was 67. Okay, massive well done if you got 8 out of 8 today, and a big well done if you got 6 out of 6 too. Okay, over into our daily times table practice then. Give yourself a minute and have a go at the times tables on the screen. Okay, hopefully you've got on all right so far. Now, as I hinted at the end of yesterday's lesson video, today we are going to be doing something called finding the mean of a set of data. Now, a mean is a type of average. Okay, think about the word average, where you might have heard that before and what that might mean. When you go up to secondary school, you will learn about some other types of average, but the only one that we need to know about in primary school in year 6 is the mean. Later on you might learn about the median, the mode, the range, but we're just going to be looking today about the mean. Okay, so to explain to you what the mean is, I've just got a bit of an example here to do with some sweets. So we've got Mr. Mans, who has got 3 sweets. For some reason, Mr. Mans' name has disappeared off my screen there. Don't know why that's happened. Let's just zoom in. Back on there. There we go, there's Mr. Mans' name back in action. Right, Mr. Mans has got 3 sweets, and I've got a little picture there to show you that. Mr. Beveridge has got 4 sweets. And again, I've got a little picture there to show you that, Mr. Beveridge's sweets. And Mr. Aurora has got 5 sweets. Now we're going to be thinking about what the mean number of sweets is. So the average number of sweets that they've got amongst them. So to work that out, what we're going to do is we're going to put together all of the sweets, and then we're going to share them out equally. Because looking at our keys to success here, that is how we work out the mean. Okay, and I've got a little motto to remind you: don't be mean, share them out. Okay, so thinking about our sweets, don't be mean. It's not fair for Mr. Aurora to have 5 when Mr. Mans has only got 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of the teacher's sweets into a pot, and then we're going to share them out equally. So Mr. Mans' 3 sweets are there, Mr. Beveridge's 4 sweets are there, and Mr. Aurora's 5 sweets are there. And we're going to share them out equally amongst the teachers. So I'm just going to move them all to one side a moment. Okay, and then we're going to share them out. Okay, I'm just going to move the counters across the screen. I'll move the sweets across the screen until everyone has got an equal number, because that's the fairest way to do it, isn't it? Okay, and we can see there that each of the teachers ended up with 4 sweets. So to find the mean, what we do is we add the amounts up, and then we divide by the total number of amounts. So in this situation, we did 3, add 4, add 5, didn't we? So 3 add 4 gives me 7, add 5 gives me 12, and then I had 3 amounts in total, so I had 3 people to share them amongst, so I did 12 divided by 3, which gave me 4 sweets for each person. Okay, so the mean is about making it fair. It's an average. So we've got some fluency questions that we're going to have a go at. Number 1, I'm going to do modelled to you, and then number 2, 3 and 4 I'm going to let you have a go at doing yourselves. So number 1, okay, keys to success: add up the amounts and then divide by the total number of amounts. So for number 1, I'm going to do 5, add 7, add 3. Okay, I could write this out as a column addition, but I think I can do these numbers in my head. Okay, so 5 add 7 is 12, add another 3 is 15. So I'm going to put equals 15. So I've done step 1, I've added up the amounts. Next, divide by the total number of amounts. Well, how many amounts did I have? I had 1, 2, 3. So I've got to do 15 divided by 3. Show my working out. 15 divided by 3. My answer is 5. So for number 1, the mean is 5. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at doing question 2, 3 and 4 following our keys to success. So pause the video now and have a go. Okay, question 2, when you added them up, you should have got 44 when you added them up. But that's not our mean. Okay, first step is to add them up, and then we have to divide by the number of amounts. Now this time around, there are 4 amounts. So you got 44 divided by 4 gave you the answer 11. Okay, question 3, add them up, divide by 4 because we've got 4 amounts there, and the mean for question 3 was 28. And question 4, again, add them up and then divide by the number of amounts. So when we add them up, we've got 8, add 6, which gives us 14, add 5 gives us 19, add another 6 gives us 25, so they equal 25. We've got to divide by 4, so this time I know 25 isn't in the 4 times table. I know it's not going to be a whole number, but that's fine. We can have a decimal when we're doing the mean. So how many 4s go into 2? That's 0. How many 4s go into 25? That's 6. And there's 1 left over, so I need to put that 1 in front of my 0 after my decimal point. How many 4s go into 10? That's 2. And I have got 2 left over. How many 4s into 20? That's 5. So the answer for question 4 was 6.25. Quite a tricky one there. Okay, when you go onto maths.co.uk today, you're going to get some problem-solving questions. And a problem-solving question might look a little bit like this. I think the ones you've got on maths.co.uk are a little bit easier, actually. But here we go. We've got 7 children measured their heights. So we've got the heights of the different children. And it says, what is the mean height of the children? Okay, so I'd like you to pause the video now and see if you can do this question. If you can't and you're really struggling, don't worry, and we'll go through the answer in a moment. Okay, let's see how you got on with this question then, year 6. So we had to add up all of those amounts. Now, the tricky bit here was doing the addition right and getting it right in the first place. This is a SATs question from a couple of years ago, actually. And lots of children find doing the addition quite tricky just to get it right. So we had to add up all the amounts, and then once we'd done that, we had to divide by 7, because there are 7 children in our list. So let's just have a little go at doing that now. Okay, so that's a great big column addition that I'm going to have a go at doing. Right, 4 add 6 is 10, add 2 gives me 12, add 3 gives me 15, add 2 gives me 17, and then add 8 gives me 25. So 5 there, carry my 2. Then I want to add up my tens column. 4 add 3 is 7, add 4 is 11, add another 4 is 15, add another 5 is 20, add another 4 is 24, add another 5 is 29, add another 2 gives me 31. Carry my 3. Right, my tens column. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones, add my 3, gives me 10. So I've got 1015. I'm not finished yet though, because remember I've got to do that divided by 7. So I've got 1015, and then I'm dividing it by 7. How many 7s go into 1? That's 0. How many 7s go into 10? That's 1. Carry my 3. How many 7s go into 31? That's 4 with 3 left over. And then how many 7s go into 35? That's 5. So my mean height of the children in this table is 145 centimetres. Okay, as I said, that's quite a tricky question, and probably a little bit trickier than the ones you're going to get on maths.co.uk today. But it is a SATs question from a couple of years ago. Okay, as long as you remember with the mean, add up all the amounts and then divide by the number of amounts, you're going to be fine. Okay, so what I want you to do now is pause the video and go onto maths.co.uk to complete your problem solving for today. When you've done that, don't forget to come back and have a go at the reasoning and problem solving activities. Sorry, the reasoning and the plenary. All right, here's our reasoning question for today then, year 6. Hopefully you've done all right on maths.co.uk. Here is our reasoning question then. Hanif asked 10 people, what is your favourite sport? Here are his results. Football, hockey, cricket, swimming, football, hockey, netball, swimming, football. Okay. Is it possible to work out the mean of these results? We've got to choose yes or no, and then we have got to explain how we know that. Okay, so pause the video, have a little think, and have a go at doing your own reasoning answer, and then we'll go through it together. Okie dokes. So, looking at this then, we have to choose no here. We can't possibly find the mean of this set of data because you can only find the mean of a set of numbers. Okay, we can't find the average. Remember, mean is all about fairness and sharing things out and having things equally shared out. We can't possibly share out different sports. I can see football looks like the most liked sport here. It's got 4 people that liked it. Swimming's got 2 people. Hockey's got 2 people. Netball and cricket have only got 1. But that doesn't tell me. I can't say what the average sport is that people like from that information. So, quite a quick reasoning answer today. No, we can't change my font to a more suitable font size. No, we can't find the mean of this data because you can only find the mean of numbers. Okay, that's all we need to say for that reasoning answer today. A little bit of a trick question there, just to make you have a little think. Okay, the final part of today's lesson, it's just a bit of a fun challenge really. Okay, plenary. Can you find the mean of all of those numbers? Got those numbers dotted around my screen. I need to have a little go. Find the mean of those numbers. Okay, and the mean, when we added them all up and then divided by the number of numbers that we're looking for, the mean that hopefully we would have got was 48.2. Massive well done if you did manage to do that, and hopefully you have all learned something new today. All right then, year 6. As I said, no maths tomorrow. We have got World Book Day activities, but we will be back with a pre-recorded maths quiz and arithmetic lesson on Friday. Okay, see you then.